Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, folks. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to make leg warmers by popular demand. People have been asking me to show them a pattern to do leg warmers. So here I have a crocheted pattern of the leg warmers. Okay, in order to do this, you will need a tape measure. You will need a pair of scissors. You will need 2 size crochet hook needles. I have a size 4 and a size 3 millimeter crochet hook. You will need a tapestry needle. And of course, you will need some wool. I'm using here Aran, acrylic Aran wool. That's what I'm going to use because I like my leg warmers thick, nice and warm. Obviously, you will choose your wool depending on what you are comfortable with. And I think cotton is the best type to use. If you take cotton wool, it's nice and warm as well. So yes, you can use cotton. It's very nice, 100% cotton. Okay, now let's get started. In order for us to do this, you have to know the size of what you are going to make the leg warmer for. Like for instance, this is my size. And to do that, I have to measure myself from the start of my ankle to the end of the leg, which is like just below my knee line. And because I'm a short person, to me that's 10 inches. And 10 inches for me is like, when I look at this one, is like from that side to that side. That's my 10 inches, excluding the ribbing side. So this is like the 10 inches for my leg length. Then obviously I'll then have to add my ribbing, and like for this one the total length is like 15 inches depending on how gathered you want it to be, 15 inches or 38 centimeters. So my leg length is 27 centimeters, 10 inches, or 15 inches and about 38 centimeters. That's the full size of my leg warmer. So you need your measurements. Then the next thing you are going to do is you are going to measure around your calf, and you want the biggest size, size. In other words, you have to measure your calf where it's got the bigger size. In this case, for myself, my calf is about, again, 15 inches or 38 centimeters. So I'm going to make my calf size, it will be less. I said 15 inches, so I chose to make mine 14 inches. In other words, an inch less so that it can stretch. Or maybe make it 16 centimeters so that it will then stretch. So you need to measure the size of your calf, reduce it by about 1 or 2 inches so that you'll be able to stretch your leg warmer, and then it will fit snugly without having to drop. Or alternatively, if you find that it's a bit wider or it's not fitting very tight, I'll show you how to put a string to just tie it so that at least it will remain intact. Okay, having said that, let's get going. So for me to be able to produce my 10 inches from there to there, I had to cast on 44 chains using this Aran wool. So this is the 44 chain which I made. Now, after making that 44 chain, this is the pattern I chose. In fact, you'll see the pattern better on the other side. Okay, so my pattern is very simple. My pattern consists of 2 rows of single crochet, then a row of double crochet, and then that's like the only special row which you are doing. So it's like my pattern is worked in 4 rows. 2 rows of single crochet, 1 row of double crochet, then another row of this pattern which I'm going to show you. And once you've done that, you are just repeating those 4 rows until your cuff size, you've reached your cuff size. So instead of making my leg warmers in circular motions, I've got them going lengthwise round my leg. So you'll do that until you've reached the required width, which to me is 14 inches. Okay, so let's begin. This is where we just need to be concentrating. So, okay, what you do is, this is chain number 44, this is chain number 43. So I'll do single crochet into chain number 43 all the way down my string, my 44 chain string. So you'll do that. Okay, I'll continue doing that until I get to the end. Then let's do that, then we'll meet when we get to the bottom here. Okay, so this is my very first chain. That's the last one on this row. I'll do my single crochet there, chain 1, and turn my work. Now I'm going to repeat that starting from there. If you can see, this is where I'm going to put my first single crochet, and I've got 43 single crochet all the way up. This whole chain consists of 43 single crochet, or 44 if I count that one chain at the 10 there. So I'm going to now work all the way down, as you can see, all the way down, putting single crochets. So let's continue doing that, and we'll meet when we get to the end here. Okay, now we are on the last one here. So I'm going to do 1 single crochet at the bottom there, chain 1 and 10. Now doing the 3rd row of my pattern, sorry, not chain 1, but this time chain 3 and 10. That chain is going to stand for a double crochet. So I'm going to now work, there's this hole here, I'll skip it. I'll move on to this next one here. This is where I'm going to put the first double crochet. As you can see, they will stand like the 3 chain, there's that space there, 1 double crochet. So I'm going to work double crochets in each single crochet all the way down until I get to the bottom of my work. So let's continue doing that, putting 1 double crochet, 1 double crochet into each single crochet right down to the end. We'll meet at the bottom here when we've worked all the way down. Okay, so I've just been working all the way down on the last 2. So 1 double crochet there, then 1 double crochet right at the end there, and again chain 3 and turn my work. Now this is where we have to do the 4th row, and this is how we do it. As you can see, we have that, and we have this double crochet there, excluding this last one here. There's this second last double crochet, because these 3 chains are standing for that last double crochet there. So we are going to do work at the back of this second one like that, work a double crochet, twisted double crochet, and then the next double crochet, which is coming into the third one there, third last, is going to go into the top there. That's your double crochet there. So you are alternating. You put your double crochet, the next one you have to work around inside there, then outside there. Take your thread, twist your, that's your double crochet. The next one is going to be worked on top, of that. So you are alternating. That's the next double crochet there. So I'm going to go in to the back, through the back of it, and take my wool, pull it out. That's your twisted double crochet. The next one is going to be on the top of the next one like that. So we continue like that. Take your wool, go around, go around that one, work your twisted double crochet. So let's continue like that till we get to the bottom of the work, going one double crochet on top, one twisted double crochet into the next one, one double crochet into the top. Let's continue like that until we get to the end of that fourth row. Okay, I'm on my last two trebles, double crochet, so I'm going to do a twisted DC double crochet there, and then I will put the last double crochet into the third chain from the hook on that 3 chains which we made on turning. Now, these are the 4 rows which form the pattern. As you can see, this is how it comes out. In this case, you can choose to make this the right side or that the right side. I prefer that to be the right side, as you saw in my sock, which I showed you earlier on. So when you get to the end here, you've done your last treble into your last DC into the third chain. You chain 1 and turn, because now we are going to start working single crochets again. We are like back to row 1. So we are going to put a single crochet starting from that very hole there. We are going to put a single crochet into each on top of all those double crochet. So we are going to work single crochets on top of those double crochets all the way down to the end, and do second row, which we know is another single crochet row, then third row, which is a double crochet row, then the last row, which is where we do the twisted double crochets. So we are going to repeat these 4 rows until our work measures our calf size less 1 or 2 inches, depending on how tight you want your leg warmer to be. So let's do that until we get to the end. Then I'll show you how you are going to finish off. Finishing off is joining the 2 sides together and putting the bands on either side. Okay, so let's continue working until we get to the finished size, and we will continue from there. And while you are doing that, please don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share. Thank you. Okay, now I've finished my leg warmer. And if I measure it round, I folded it in half. It's about 12.5 inches. And my calf size was like 14. So this is like 1.5 inch, so that it gives room to stretch and fit tight without dropping off. So you make yours according to your calf size, and you reduce it so that it will fit your calf. Now we are now going to join the 2 sides together, and we are going to join using those 2 ridges so that we come up with a flat. As you can see, there is a flat. This is where the joint is. it's a flat seam going all the way down, okay? So that's what we're going to do. And in order, I normally pin the two sides together so that they're easy to work with. And this is like a starting thread which I've just got there, which I'll hide as I go. You can either hide as you go, or you can come back and hide it. Okay, so there we are. I'll just to show you there, I'm taking that side and that side, the top side, okay? And of course this one has to be hidden there. So I'll continue like that into there, as you can see. It's like it will provide me with a very flat seam, just the one into the one side and one side, just picking the one loop. Okay, so let's do that until we get to the end here. Then I'll show you the next step. Okay, I've finished joining. I'm now going to turn it so that the right side up. As you can see, sorry, that's a pen. It gives me a very nice, smooth join there. Okay, now we are now going to work this 5-line DC rib on the top side, and then we'll do the short rib on the other side. Okay, so I'll just show you quickly how to do the ribs. This side, you just go and thread evenly so that it will be a straight DC. And then, okay, let me show you on the shorter side what you are going to do, because the shorter side is where you are going to be reducing. I've also worked it in 5 lines to correspond that one. So starting at where I've been joining the seam, I'm going to work my DCs. So this is how I do it. I will do my double crochets there. So I'll chain 3, that stands for a double crochet. Then I take my thread and try and space them evenly so that I don't gain width or lose width at the beginning. So I'm going to do that, all the way down until I go right round. Then we'll meet here. I'll show you the next step. Okay, so I've worked all the way around and I'm here where I started with my 3 chain. So I'll slip stitch into the 3rd chain up there to complete my round. Okay, then I'll slip stitch again into the next chain, and I will chain 3. So the only difference between this side and that side, in other words, if I'm doing this side, I will do the same thing, and I'll just work 5 rows of DCs just all the way around and cast and finish off. So you do the same whether you're doing it, you pick stitches on both sides, the top and the bottom. If you are doing the thigh side, you just work around these trebles, DCs, without reducing. Now, for the ankle side, where you are going to reduce, this is where you're now going to do like as follows: 3 chains, then work 3 DCs in the next 3 chains, and then you are going to work without pulling off, finishing off your double crochet. You move on again and then draw through the 3 loops. That way you are going to reduce the circumference of your work. But the way I've done it, you won't have holes in between. So I'm going to work again 3 DCs, 1, 2, 3 DCs in the next 3 chains, like that. Then I'm going to do, to work uncompleted DC, leaving 2 chains on the hook. I move on again, I produce another uncompleted, then I pull through the 3. So let's go all the way around doing that, and then we will meet there. Okay, I've finished working my second row, which is my decrease row. Then I'm going to work a third row where I will decrease again. This time I'm going to decrease after, as you can see, this is where I was decreasing after 3. This time I will decrease after doing 4. Then I will just work the other 2. So the third row is again a decrease row. I go 1, 2, 3. Then I'm going to do, that counts as a DC. So 1, 2, 3, this is my 4th. Then I'm going to work a decrease as usual, like that. Don't finish it off. Go into the next one, you don't finish it off, then you pull 3 together. And then you do 4 again. Okay, you do 4 again. 4 DCs. And you decrease. Pull, don't pull off. Don't complete the DC, then pull 3 together. Okay, let's continue doing that until we come to the end of the third round. Now that we finished the third round, we'll then start the 5th round again by chaining 3. This time we are going to work 5 DCs before we decrease. So it's like 1, 2, 3. It's more or less the same thing like we did before. 5 DCs. Then we are going to decrease in the next, the 6th and the 7th, like that. So we'll just continue like that, this time doing 5 DCs all the way around to the end. Then the 5th round is going to be like this round here, where you just go around without any decrease. That will be your 5th round. Then this will make your the ankle side tighter. So that's it. You finish off the 5 from the thigh side, and then you decrease on the ankle side until you complete your work. Then I hope I did tell you that for this I'm using a smaller crochet hook, a 3mm, because I used a 4mm for the main body. Okay, then if by any means you find that your top side is a bit loose for whatever reason, you can always make a cord using your 4mm crochet hook. And a cord is very simple. You can just use double thread like that, and you just chain through for as long as you like. And then when you finish chaining through, you can thread it through the 3rd or 4th row there, and then you can make it long enough to go around the cuff and a bit long so that you'll be able to tie it comfortably. And that's it. That's the end of it. Thanks for watching. Till we meet again in the next video, please remember to subscribe, like, share, and put comments. We'll see you again in the next video. It's a bye for now.